Dear students, the fifth chapter, the first part of the fifth chapter is clouds. It's the formation of condensation. We all know if there is a presence of humidity in the air, if there is a presence of water vapor, water moisture within the air, then it is termed as humid air, and this humid air could condense in the form of cloud. It's one of the process of condensation. We have already discussed about the humidity, but I have to repeat one thing, a small little thing, that is classification of humidity or the types of humidity. There are three types of humidity. One is called absolute humidity, second one specific humidity, and third one is relative humidity. First and the third one is much more important. Absolute humidity is called on a specific air mass, on a specific unit area of air mass, the amount of water vapor present on that specific amount is called the absolute humidity. Example, on 1 gram or 100 gram of air mass holds 15 gram of water vapor, then the absolute humidity will be 15 gram per 100 unit of air masses. That is the absolute humidity. And third one is the relative humidity, that is the present water vapor on a specific area, pressure and time of the air, and that specific air could obtain the maximum amount of water vapor. The ratio between them is the relative humidity. Means the present water vapor and the maximum water vapor that the air could obtain, their ratio is called relative humidity, which is expressed in percentage. So that's all for the humidity. We have to study now the clouds, the classification of the clouds, which is one of the process of condensation. On the basis of the cloud development on a specific height, the clouds are classified into three categories. Number one, the high clouds, which is observed above 20,000 feet. The medium cloud, which could be observed between 7,000 to 20,000 feet of the atmosphere, and the low cloud, which could be observed below 7,000 or 6,000 feet, is known as low cloud. I think we should know that the cloud, only the condensation takes place of stratosphere, the lower level of the atmosphere, which is called stratosphere. Only in the stratosphere the condensation takes place. So there is the height difference, the high clouds, medium clouds and the low clouds. Now coming to the division of the high clouds. First one is the cirrus clouds or the cirrus clouds, cirrostratus and cirrocumulus. Minutely observe the term cirrostratus, cirrocumulus, and we could observe on the medium and low as well, the stratus, cumulus, stratus. So it denotes the specific type of the characteristics. All the three variation of the height makes sense of difference between the cloud development. the high cloud actually doesn't precipitate. They actually control the weather phenomena. The cirrus cloud, which is a veil-like structure, actually it is observed at the very high altitude, and throughout the year, every time the cirrus could be observed in the sky. Very thin veil-like structure is the cirrus one. Cirrostratus. Stratus and cumulus, there is a basic difference. All of the height deviation, all of the clouds will have cumulus and stratus. Stratus is a thin layered cloud is called stratus, and cumulus makes sense of cumulative aspect. When amalgamation of all the clouds make a huge bulk of cloud, it is termed as cumulus. Mainly cumulus are varied in color from black to grey. So cirrostratus is the cloud which actually creates halos around the sun. It's actually a veil-like structure, again thin layer. While observing the sun from the lower atmosphere, from the ground surface, it actually refracted the rays and create the halo-like structure. A ring-like structure. It is the cirrostratus. And the cirrocumulus, it actually scaled clouds, deviated clouds. It looks like a skin of the fish, or which is termed as mackerel sky, the cirrocumulus. Coming to the medium sky, medium clouds, altostratus and altocumulus. Sometimes the medium clouds could precipitate, but sometimes it denotes the fair sky. The altostratus, which actually denotes the fair weather, it creates the thin layer of cloud in a specific interval. During the autumn time, we could observe the altostratus, and altocumulus, the cloud altocumulus makes sense of several stratification in the cloud. The medium cloud creates like a cotton-like formation, the altocumulus, which actually varies from 700 to 20,000 feet above the ground. It actually rounded type of shape, flat but rounded type of shape, in shape. And the low atmospheric clouds, most important is the stratocumulus, as it is called the bumpy clouds. It makes sense of, it creates developed clouds in a bumpy way, fluctuation of clouds, much more of this type of shape. That is the bumpy cloud, the cumulus, stratocumulus. And the stratus one is actually blackish in nature. It accompanied by drizzling or a little bit of rain, and the nimbostratus denotes sometimes rainfall in the lower atmosphere, as it is the black colored rain. Nimbus cloud actually developed due to the heavy water vapor. So the nimbus and combines with the stratus, extension is very high, or extension is very wide in nature, and creates rainfall over the vast region. So very little portion of your chapter describes the cloud. Only you have to remember the name, the specific name of the clouds, and a little bit of characteristics. You may have 2 marks question like briefly describe the characteristics of cirrocumulus cloud, and like which cloud is known as mackerel sky, which cloud is known as bumpy clouds, like that as well. There are specification of 2 clouds, except these 3 classification. The vertical clouds. The vertical clouds, they have a greater extent. They have a greater variability from the ground, and it creates the shape of cauliflower-like structure, and it is classified into 2, or mostly the 2 clouds are called the vertical clouds. One is called the cumulus, and second one is called cumulonimbus. Mainly the thunder cloud is called the cumulonimbus. The most of the rainfall, the cyclonic rainfall, the convectional rainfall especially is formed by cumulonimbus type of clouds. So it is the brief description of the clouds you may have in your first part of the chapter. Thank you.